If you look at the XRP versus Bitcoin chart, you tell me which one's going to do better long term. I will say XRP without a doubt.
Awareness of the XRP ledger as a layer one option has been increasing. Those speeds, fees, scalability, low energy uses, and I think the track record, 10 years running, and the built-in DEX, tokenization, sourcing efficient liquidity. The XRP ledger rises to the fore as a core opportunity to differentiate against other chains with these features.
What's up, guys? Kevin Cage here with another crypto update. We can see the Bitcoin price chart is up 9.95% today at $21,200. From Bitcoin's all-time high price set in November, we can see we've crashed 74%. From the low that was set in June, we can see that we are up roughly 19%. It has been roughly 303 days since Bitcoin's all-time high price, slowly but surely shaking out the weak hands in the market time and time again. We've been down in this lower range for almost 3 months now, still without any type of substantial retracement even up to the 236. You can see that was our previous level of support before we collapsed. And now this level is that next big level of resistance. And we can see that we have a wick at this level at 25,600, still yet to be touched. We got very close. And on the Bitcoin CME futures chart, we have some open gaps above, including about $28,000 right there, along with about 34,800. As you can see, that previous wick as well right there. We also have Bitcoin dominance sitting at 40% today, when as low as about 38.8%. We can see that the last time we were at these levels was all the way back in April 2018. In terms of the Ripple vs. SEC case, we have James Filan, we have John E. Deaton, we have Jeremy Hogan, so many amazing attorneys providing their insights. And we can see right here by James Filan, the parties have filed a joint proposal to govern sealing issues relating to the upcoming summary judgment motions to be filed in this case. We are getting closer by the day for this lawsuit to be over. Keep in mind that December 20th, right around the 21st, the winter solstice, was when this lawsuit started. It has been almost 2 years. And I've shared my thoughts previously. It's not financial advice. I believe that Ripple, the company, is going to pay a heavy fine as expected. They can afford it. They are a decacorn over a $10 billion valuation company. They've said they had a war chest and money prepared for this day. They can fine XRP for what it did in 2014, 2015, sure. It's no different. Of course, they gave Ethereum a free pass. The SEC wants their money. They're going to go after other projects. And when and if XRP does get regulatory clarity to be determined not to be a security today, I'm not talking about early sales early on, they can pay fines for that. It will be huge. If XRP is determined to be a currency, a commodity, a utility token, a payment token, whatever new category that is outside of this 100-year-old Howey test, which is just not accurate, to regulate cryptocurrencies. A 100-year-old test that was created before the internet was even a thought. If XRP, the digital asset, gets regulatory clarity, and it's positive, that could be the biggest catalyst we've ever seen. We already have about 5 countries that determined XRP to not be a security. XRP will survive regardless, but we want a green light from the US as well so that we can truly expand. 90% of RippleNet's clients and 90% of Ripple's volume exists out of the US. So I like to entertain worst case. What if XRP is called a security on a going forward basis or go forward basis? I think we've already been operating in worst case for a while. We know Jed McCaleb is done selling his XRP, so hopefully people in the XRP community can stop using that as an excuse on why XRP won't move. I think it's just because Bitcoin. There are also hedge funds that short XRP, and there were already inside SEC officials proven to be shorting XRP around the time when the lawsuit was filed. That's corruption at its finest. And right now, like it or not, no matter how amazing your crypto project is, it is still tied to Bitcoin to some degree. So for example, looking at the Algo or Algorand price chart, we can see we're sitting at about 31 cents today. XRP is around 33, 34 cents. Algo has a finite supply, just like XRP. The tokenomics are different, but there is a finite supply of 10 billion. There is no inflation. That is a max capped supply. There will never be more than 10 billion Algo tokens. When all of those tokens are in circulation, that will be the worst case and that will be the ground floor. Eventually, if not already, Algo will find a ground floor. And once all of those tokens are in circulation, they start flowing, the volume increases, maybe other organizations are holding and staking to secure the network. The utility of this ground floor at 30 cents will rise over time. And once we find our ground floor, wherever that is, the idea is slowly but surely And we can see there's still going to be volatility in crypto. This is the Wild West. We have impulses. We have another cup and a crash. We have impulses, another cup and a handle crash. We have another impulse, then a huge crash, approximately 90%. Algo previously crashed 96%. Then created a new all-time low price. This is the accumulation structure breaking out yet again. Signs of strength. So I believe that Algo, XRP, a lot of these layer ones, including HBAR, they are behemoths. I believe they're going to be fine in the future, and these are potentially going to be the FANG stocks of Web 3.0. For XRP, we could look at on-demand liquidity. You could look at NFT use cases. You could look at streaming of micropayments. There's going to be a ground floor any more that these tokens are transacted or used or burned over the network. The higher the price. And I've said this before, but cryptocurrency is so exciting because it flips the whole investment model of stocks on its head. In the stock market, you find a good company that has sound fundamentals, good numbers, and good potential growth in the future. If that company does well and drives a lot of revenue, the share of your company will increase. With crypto, we can own a token that has applications or decentralized applications. We can own a part of the network, a part of the protocol. And the cool thing is, it's not just one company using the protocol. So we own a fraction of the protocol, of the XRP ledger, of Algorand's blockchain, of Hedera's hash graph. And the more companies, banks, central banks, financial institutions, any type of company using this on a daily basis increases the utility of that network. The more some of these entities maybe stake Algo, for example, as a pure proof of stake mechanism. It locks up the token supply. You could look at XRP as a store of value as well, especially against Bitcoin. If you look at the XRP versus Bitcoin chart, you tell me which one's going to do better long term. I will say XRP without a doubt. So with people holding tokens, using tokens, staking tokens, locked up in liquidity pools in DeFi, that circulating supply is reduced. That circulating supply goes down a lot, creating scarcity, even burning mechanisms for some assets or, BNB with those buybacks and burns. It raises the ground floor in price over time. And right now we're in a bear market. Altcoins are down 90%, if not more. I saw HBAR increase their token supply by over 230%. Algo's increased it by a little bit, not too much. And these things are expected during bear markets. This happens every single time. But my question for you is, will you be ready for the next bull market? And Algo has been at these lows right here for almost 90 days, almost 3 full months of just ranging. And for Algo, looking at this April-May high, we are still at this low. Remember, DAG at least got up to the 382. For Algo, that's around 50 cents. QNT Ethereum Classic Uniswap made it up to the 702, if not higher. For Algo, that's above 70 cents. And I know the market caps are different for these assets, so please consider that in your personal analysis. But let's dive into some Algo news along with XRP. Algorand and Ripple are working together. We have Algo family sharing this. I cannot emphasize how huge this is. So first up, we have FTX Official, one of the biggest exchanges in the world. Sam Bankman-Fried, SBF, speaking at Ripple Swell as well, acquires a 30% stake in Skybridge. Skybridge is a well-known investment management firm focused on crypto assets. And the Skybridge Capital founder, Anthony, right here, called Algorand the Google of crypto, and he said that he made a $250 million bet in Algorand. He also has a book, and as I said yesterday, I saw Tony from Thinking Crypto's YouTube channel get that, so I may have to check it out. And Skybridge has $250 million, US dollars, $250 million in Algo. Most projects boast about having, $1 million fund or $5 million. This is $250 million. Remember, Ripple has $250 million for their NFT ecosystem. Now, even if you like microcaps better because the tokenomics may be better, I'm telling you that XRP and Algo, HBAR, even Moonbeam with a huge $100 million DeFi fund, they have a much better chance of surviving over the next 3 years. And the rest of the projects that may not survive and die, all of that money is going towards the real projects that are building, such as XRP, Algorand, Hedera, the ones with massive funding. We also have this NAX, this NAX ecosystem, creating new markets and ecosystems around corporate assets, onboarding the largest companies. With hashtags, loyalty points, lending, insurance, assets, there are a variety of use cases for a layer 1. And remember that Algorand is all about ESG, environmentally, social, and governance. They're very cognizant of being a friendly green blockchain. You can see deforestation credit platforms, oil and gas, leak mitigation. Like, these are use cases being built. This is not just a picture of a monkey. So please don't just rely on YouTube videos for information. When I talk about these websites, Google it, look at these websites because this will change your outlook. It's not just about technical analysis and looking at the price. You have to understand if it is a legitimate asset building real technology. Combine TA with FA, fundamental analysis. That is where the sweet spot is. And the fundamental analysis includes the actual company, the code base, the tokenomics, different things that can help you with your TA. I'm going to go over some other cryptos in this video, but I just want to touch on this because this is massive. A safe bet in NFTs, the growing markets for sport tokens. And you can see Algorand right here working with FIFA as the named sponsor for FIFA, and they have a collect NFT marketplace. This will have digital moments from the FIFA World Cup games and other art and images. Soccer, or how everybody else calls it, football, is absolutely massive. The fan base is absurd. I was out in Costa Rica, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it was the 2014 FIFA World Cup. And let me just say, it is absolutely nuts. If you look at some of the huge soccer or football players, you look at Cristiano, and you look at his following, there are millions, arguably 1 billion people are going to be seeing NFTs of their favorite football players, and they're going to be seeing Algorand, built on Algorand, these marketplaces on Algo. They're absolutely going to be using it. And over at Algorand, the ICEO, Sean Ford, sees sports as well as games and music as a key driver of the growth for blockchains for Algo. Next up by Anders, or X_Anderson, for the XRP community. This guy is one of the best thinkers in the XRP community. I know he loves quant, XDC, a variety of great assets. So back in July, David wrote this. For the first time, this reveals the planned, in quotes, secret sauce, a continuous auction mechanism that incentivizes arbitrageurs to burn liquidity tokens and arbitrageurs sooner, more accurately, and more frequently to increase the benefits to LPs, referring to the DeFi that is coming to the XRP ledger. And he's quoting David Schwartz right here, planned, secret sauce, come on. Now it seems the AMM implementation for XRP ledger is close. And I know Anders keeps a very close eye on Bob Way, one of the first 5 employees, buddies with David Schwartz. He used to share all of the gems, all of the alpha years ago with us, and now he's been quiet in the XRP community. But as his Twitter says, I know he's watching. So let's go back to Bob Way, the former Ripple employee, one of the first, so he knows the ins and outs, very close with the top executives. He spoke about a mechanism that would position XRP in the bridge asset position in perpetuity, going forward on a continual basis. In quotes by Bob Way, I think I've discovered the last algorithm that RippleNet needs to drive XRP into the bridge currency position, and also to maintain it there in perpetuity, but that algorithm won't necessarily be the first one employed to help XRP along the path. There are other ad hoc ways that might be simpler to implement and more effective for the initial corridors that companies want to deploy. Also mentioning the word pool, remember, X-Pool. And as we shared this clip in the beginning of the video with AMMs by David Schwartz just recently over at Apex, just listen to Schwartz. This pretty much confirms he thinks this is a major deal, for the XRP ledger is a layer 1 solution. Next up, some great advice by Stoned Pipes. Be happy with your portfolio. Others would love to be in your position. Remember, you are still early ahead of billions of people who have no idea what they're missing out on. In other news, crypto lender Nexo, where you can take CDPs, collateralized debt positions, and also lend out your crypto and make money on the interest, introduces spot and margin trading. We also have Blockchain Australia lands a former BlackRock director as their new CEO. So this former BlackRock director is now the CEO of Blockchain Australia. And understand that BlackRock has huge ties to Coinbase now for their institutional clients. Over $10 trillion assets under management, one of the biggest firms in the world. And both BlackRock and Fidelity, what was it? They both each invested $200 million into Circle, the firm that oversees US dollar coin, USDC, potentially the future digital dollar. And notice they're making all these moves during the bear market. And last but not least, we have the Merriam-Webster added a fresh batch of crypto terms to its lexicon. And this is the United States' oldest dictionary publisher making room for crypto. We have new terms including altcoin, metaverse, and unbanked. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe. All links can be found in my Linktree linked in the video description, and I will catch you in the next one.